We need to update our AI policy. There are major changes that we really need to look at. And if you're a smaller business and you don't really have a formal AI policy, that's okay. You need to at least think about these topics, make some decisions, and have a conversation with your team about them. Let's jump in. The first update we need to talk about is data boundaries. And what I mean there is that all these AI tools are now getting into other apps, and other apps are opening their doors for the AIs to come and do AI on their data. Let me show you what it looks like. This is an example in ChatGPT. And now inside ChatGPT, I can send it to run a research on my Google Drive, my Outlook calendar or email, my SharePoint, my Teams, and many other apps. Should you allow that? Well, in theory, it should be okay if you already are allowing your team to upload that kind of information into, say, ChatGPT or whatever tool we're talking about. But in reality, you're now opening the doors much, much wider and allowing AI to look at everything. Are you comfortable with that? Maybe. You need to make a decision. You need to talk to your team about it. The second update that I want you to think about is the whole world of AI agents. And now with the new agent mode in ChatGPT, and I'll talk a bit about Copilot in a minute, that becomes a really big thing. Let me show you what I mean. So now in ChatGPT, I can activate agent mode. And agent mode means that ChatGPT will now open a browser in its tummy and it can go clicking around the web. I can allow it to log into apps on my behalf or for me with my credentials or with maybe more limited credentials and just go and do things for me. Am I happy for my staff to go doing that? I think that requires a lot of thinking. So if it goes and just clicks on the web to find restaurants and availabilities and compare washing machines, that is fine. But as soon as we start letting it log in and do things on our behalf, that is a very big thing to consider. There are a lot of risks there. Right now, I don't think that we should allow it to do anything logged in as us unless we're able to sit and watch every step it takes. One of the things we can do is give it its own account, not using our credentials, but give it access to our systems using another account that has much limited privileges. For example, if we want to give it access to our accounting system, give it a user account that just has read only and it can only get us reports, for example. We don't know the risks yet. We don't know what's going to break. We don't know where it's going to get messy. So if it's doing things on our behalf, only if we watch it. Otherwise, probably not. Now, all these platforms are making it very easy for us to bring in agents and to create agents. And I'm not talking about agents like the ChatGPT one that literally clicks on the screen. I'm talking about others that just have a big saved prompt that gives them their personality. And sometimes they have tools, the ability to read an email or to write an email or to send a message or to make a file. Let me show you what it looks like in Copilot, in Microsoft Copilot. So in Microsoft Copilot, I can go to all agents here and get a little agent store. Some of them are created by Microsoft, but there are others that are created by third parties. And then I can go and create my own agent here on the left and give it a personality and through Copilot Studio even give it some tools. And there are many other platforms like Zapier and Relevance and others that allow me to create these kind of agents. Do I want to allow that? Well, I want to allow that in an environment that is well educated and well informed. With agent stores, bring in the ones from Microsoft, yes, not a problem. But any third party one, we need to have a look at it. We need to have a look at what information it's going to get access to and what it's going to do. With people creating our own agents, I wouldn't right now create any agents that interact with my clients externally unless they are super well tested. If we're building them in-house, just sort of to play around, we just need to be informed and understand that they'll be a bit unpredictable, that they'll take time to become really useful. And our team need to understand that even if we're giving them an agent, if someone developed an agent and let's have everybody else use it, an agent that reviews NDAs or reviews contracts or onboards new employees, they need to understand that this is experimental, unpredictable, and very, very new. These are the big ones that came up in the last month or so, or 2 months, and anyone that hasn't reviewed their AI policy since then need to update it. if you haven't got an AI policy, or you want to just understand all the basic things before these updates that you need to cover, or at least think about and make decisions about, we're going to do a whole session just on that. So reply to this email. I'll make sure you're informed.